kill me before he let anybody else have me.
Bill, talk to me. Now I'm gonna enlarge your hat size.
You're nuts!
We got a real psycho on our hands.
Better get her loaded up there.
All right. Load her up.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Hey, kid, how are you?
Ed?
Hi.
Bill? Ed, I ever tell you about the time Sergeant Anderson and I teamed up in Adnark?
You tell me every time we meet.
Oh, yeah. What's Cece's interest in this, Bill?
If that's Ellen Perry, we're very interested.
That's what her driver's license says. Who was she?
She's a sales girl at a Paradise Mall boutique. She's a witness in the Teddy Kong we're investigating.
This one's a little messy. She's been raped, stabbed. The real kicker is what she's wearing on her head.
The bride wore white.
It's Ellen. Except Ellen Perry wasn't married.
Okay, thanks. A sheriff's deputy just located her car. It's the bottom of Canyon Road and Ocean Drive.
Okay, why don't we follow you there?
Ed?
Yeah, right.
Let's go. Who's your favorite reporter?
Distributor cap's missing. Freak obviously drives along beside some woman at night and like signals something's wrong with her car. She pulls over, he offers to look for the trouble and then pinches distributor cap.
Then he offers a ride to the nearest service station and,
Tom. Look what I found in the barrel.
Good evening. This is Suzanne Edwards reporting from the scene of what the police think is the second murder victim's car. 2 nights ago, they found another murdered girl in an alley off Beach Street, and on her head, the killer's trademark, a bridal veil. Let's find out something about that bridal veil.
Hey, Pep,
Yeah.
smile, you're gonna be on TV.
Sergeant Anderson. Sergeant, would you say that there was any significance in the fact that both girls were blonde?
At this point, no. We think the killer is a psychopath with unpredictable behavior. I would like to say something, though. The department would like to pass along this advice to women who drive alone. If a stranger flags you down, don't stop. Keep going. And if you can get the license number and pass it along to us, it would be a great help. In fact, any information you have concerning this case would be welcome. We don't want to see it happen again.
Right. Sergeant, what about the bridal veil that the killer has left on both victims? Doesn't that indicate a jilted lover, a person whose homicidal rage was triggered by being stood up at the altar?
Well, that is a possible theory, yes.
But at the moment, the police haven't a single suspect, have they?
No, we don't.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Entre nous. Now, you've come by to pick up your fiancés ensemble, no?
No, I have come by because I'm a police officer. How do you say in French? A gendarme?
Fuzz.
Oui. Yeah, well, the 3rd of this month, you reported a display case smashed.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't indicate what had been taken.
A few bridal veils.
How many?
6. Now, can I get back to my paying?
Just one other thing. Could you identify them if you saw them again?
We don't label them. They're too fragile. Oh, of course, the seamstress who made them could probably recognize her own needlework.
What's her name?
Fuentes. Isabella Fuentes. Such heavenly hem-stitching.
I'm sure. Is she here? Can I speak to her?
Unhappily, she's in Mexico.
Oh. Deported?
You are a detective, aren't you?
What do you got?
Thought this might interest you, fellas.
The trip is at it again.
Radiator's still hot, too. I think we're only missing him about a minute or two. You got anything else?
Registration.
Joan Travis, huh?
I'll call in.
Where's the nearest public phone?
That's an all-night joint on Marvin Drive.
Yeah, we have a possible kidnap, 187. Unable to locate victim. Possibly ID'd as Joan Travis. Alert all units in the vicinity.
Let me ask you something. Where the guys take their girls to, you know what I mean?
That's a wooded area a couple of miles away.
Okay, just get yourself a beer. You deserve it.
What are we stopping here for? Listen, buddy, get this crate rolling, you understand? Let's go, please. Oh, no. Look, please put that away. I'll do anything you want.
You want to kill the engine, Joe?
See anything? Come on, let's try the other spot. Hey, Joe, what's happening?
Briefing.
Captain?
No, Crawley.
Okay.
Good.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Hello. Oh, hi, darling. I'm making myself all gorgeous for you.
Well, don't work too hard at it. We can't have all that beauty going to waste.
Oh, Tom. You can't get off tonight? Not even on my birthday?
Well, it's a little tense here. The freak was out again last night.
Oh, come on, Tom. It's not that. When do you ever take a night off?
Listen, I gotta go now, but look, we'll go out tomorrow night, huh? I'll splurge.
I think I'll call Alice and see if she'd like to take in a movie tonight. If I can find one I haven't seen.
Yeah, you do that. I love you. Helen.
And I love you.
A psychological profile of the killer. revealed that he's probably young, probably in his early 20s. Single. And maybe he suffered a romantic crisis recently. We got a real psycho on our hands. Okay. Well, that's it. Now get out there and bang on the doors and shake some bushes and see what you can find out about your individually assigned victims. And you might as well call your mamas and tell her to turn on the electric blanket because Daddy ain't gonna be home tonight. So let's go.
Hey, Jones, give me a report. Thank you.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah,
Hey, where's your partner?
Blue Bug's guy.
Oh, sorry. Bill, the Mexican consul's gonna try to
Come on, you're with me.
Isabella Fuentes with us. I am?
Yep, let's go. Stick around for a drink?
Yeah, if you're buying.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold it. Let me get this straight. Tequila, vodka, and cognac with equal parts of tomato juice, laced with Tabasco.
That's it.
And this depth bomb's gonna make me better, huh?
Oh, I didn't say it's gonna make you better. I said it's gonna make you feel better. Listen, don't knock it. That remedy belonged to my dear old grandmother, and she lived to be 104.
Oh. Wow. What did she finally die of?
Acute alcoholism.
Oh. Get that for me, will you, Tom? I think that's my Yvonne lady. Oh.
It probably is. Pep, come in. What's up?
Tom,
Yeah?
have you been home yet?
Why?
The sheriff's department reported an abandoned gray Olds on West Avenue. License number APA 104.
That's Helen's car.
We know.
Oh, somebody goofed. Helen went to the movies last night with her girlfriend, Alice, what's her name? Alice always drives her car.
Tom, I double-checked.
Oh, it's ringing.
The distributor cap is missing.
Hey, Ed. Sure are a lot of fuzz out there. Hey, how about some eggs?
Sunnyside?
Yeah, and heavy in the fries.
Maybe one of these broads was here. Maybe not. Thing is, I blow the whistle on my clients. It's bad for business.
We're talking about murder. You understand that?
Murder?
Murder.
Or would you rather talk with us downtown?
Okay, okay. Mrs. Brown. She was here Saturday night with, who else? Mr. Brown.
Can I use your phone?
Sure.
Have you seen them here before?
Guess you could say they're regular customers.
How regular?
Like twice a week for the past 6 months.
Okay, thank you. '75 Porsche registered to William Cheever.
Read your rights read to you, Mr. Cheever. You can have a lawyer present if you want to.
No.
We'll supply one.
I said it. No.
You want to show him that registration card? Is that your signature, Mr. Cheever?
No. Look, I know Helen was married to a cop, but I'm getting the distinct feeling that I'm being railroaded into a murder charge. Now, I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
We're going to have a handwriting expert compare the signatures.
All right. All right, we were there.
At the motel.
Yes.
By we, you mean you and Helen Foley?
Yes. Oh, dear God, forgive me. She'd be alive,
But?
About 2 o'clock. She started to get nervous. She said that her husband might be home early. For change.
Tom. Save it.
He a good suspect?
We don't think so. His story holds up and the poly shows truthful. Crowley wants you off the case completely, Tom.
How'd you know where to find him?
I didn't. I went to 3 other places first. Then I remembered how you used to drag me here in the old days.
The old days.
Bloody Mary with a twist. How's that after 3 years, Pep?
Sensational, Barney. How have you been?
Okay. So don't be such a stranger.
Right.
Stranger, that's it's funny. I guess I was just that to Helen. All the time, it's just been the streets. Houston Heights. Hustling. Just cops and crooks. That's all I ever did. I spent our 10th anniversary on a stakeout on 211. And Helen sat home and watched the champagne go by. I'm to blame for what happened. Not Helen.
Barney, keep him coming.
No, no, I won't talk to anybody but Sergeant Anderson.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, just a minute. Hey, Pep.
Oh, Bill, I just talked to the Mexican consul again, and he
And
said...
he told you to lay off the tequila, right?
I was with Tom. He had to be with someone.
So he was out with Margarita Mary.
I did drink too much.
Can I get you anything?
Not unless it's a day off.
Yeah, well, I got a little lady in there who swears she knows something about the murders, but she'll only speak to Sergeant Anderson privately.
Oh, no, do I have to?
I'll give you a hand. Sergeant Anderson.
Sergeant Anderson. I saw you on TV. I know you can be trusted.
Yes, I can.
Sergeant, it's me he's killing over and over.
All right, just sit down. You'll have to excuse me. I was out late on a case.
Look at me, I'm a mess.
You look fine. You really do. Now, why don't we start with your name?
Elsa Myers.
Who is killing you over and over?
Prince Charming. I mean, that's what he called himself. He never said any other name. Just that he was my Prince Charming and I was his fairy princess.
How long have you known this man?
About a month. He came into this coffee house on Paradise Mall where I wait tables. As soon as I hand him a menu, he says, "Fairy princess, this is love at first sight," you know, real goofy like that. And then he says that we were made for each other in heaven and like that. Real corny. But the scary thing is, I mean, he really meant it.
Go on.
Well, every day he came back, you know, talking crazier and crazier. He had a camera and took my picture. Said he'd always keep it close to his heart. Then finally, you know, he misses a day and I think I'm rid of him. But the next morning he's back bright and early, and you wouldn't believe with what. A wedding license. Got it in San Diego, he says. We're supposed to fly that night and get married.
But of course you said no.
You know, I lied, said I had a boyfriend. Well, he screams I jilted him. Said he'd kill me before he let anybody else have me. That was exactly 2 weeks ago.
Just take it easy. We'll do all we can to help.
Something like, not exactly.
What could we change?
I don't know.
Well, what about the eyes and the mouth? What about the chin?
I don't know. I've like tried to blot his face from my mind. I can't do any better. I'm sorry.
Okay. Once you get that on the MO sheets, it's better than nothing.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
Pickles?
Mm-hmm.
Relish.
You're Shannon, aren't you? Hardly recognize you with your clothes on. Hey, how about you and me getting together tonight, after the show?
Buzz off, baby, or I'll have to call the cops.
Oh, look, don't play hard to get with me.
How much, Ed?
$1.50.
It's for you, baby.
Well. Hey, let's not go away mad. Hey, look. I'm a really nice guy when you get to know me.
Howdy.
Hi.
Coffee?
Yeah, sure.
You know that guy?
Yeah, name's Gordy.
Gordy what?
Gordy, who knows?
He in here often?
Yeah, often. He lives on the boardwalk.
Come in at nights, too? Alone?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes with a chick.
You ever, in here with any of these?
Could be. I don't pay no attention to chicks around here.
Why not?
Because they're just a lot of tarts. When you take that blonde Gordy chased after, she's a stripper.
Oh, that's really shocking. This Romeo, he got a car?
Yeah, that yellow job out in the parking lot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bill? You want to come over a second? This is Mr. Henderson, Sergeant Crowley.
Sergeant? Mr. Henderson?
Mr. Henderson lives over in Kedzie where we found her car.
Oh?
You want to tell him about it, Mr. Henderson?
Well, it was like this, Sergeant. I was going out to get a beer during a commercial, about 1:30 a.m. And I looked out the window and I saw these two cars parked on the street. There's a guy with long hair, you know the type, working on the one car. I think it was a Mustang. It was just too dark to really see anything any good.
What about the other car? Did you get the make of that?
Same problem. There's some kind of a small car, light colored.
Okay, thanks very much. We'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a couple of questions too, Mr. Henderson.
Hey, Bill. Just took this from underneath a windshield wiper. Parking lot at the beach.
Wait a minute. Hey, Tom. Did you get my message from Pepper about staying off the case?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. This is in her car, huh?
Yep.
Check it out.
Okay.
Talk to me. Now, I'm gonna enlarge your hat size.
You're not!
Come on, you ripped off 6 of those veils. Where are the other 2?
Veils? What the hell do I know about veils?
Sit down, sweetheart. Come here! Just want to touch me, you hear it?
Tom, it's not worth it.
You don't understand, man. He killed my wife.
Tom. Come on, let's take a walk. Come on.
He's not the one.
Okay, I'll see that someone gets you home.
So?
So he wasn't the one. Well, you're a real wind-up, aren't you, Tom? I told you to stay out of this.
But I saw him with a murdered girl. The other day, he was harassing her. And he owns a yellow dart. Look, I'm just following up the same lead as Joe and Pete.
But Joe and Pete have a right to be out there, Tom. You got no right to be out there.
Well, why did he run?
Wouldn't you run if some nut bust in and started bouncing you off the walls? That if you meddle in this case once more, I'm gonna see to it that you're busted. Are you getting my message? Tom, do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, Bill, okay.
The names of all males who applied for a marriage license during the week of the 17th. 49 of them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we can eliminate the San Diego residents.
What about Shannon O'Rourke? Anybody been down there to interview those strippers at the joint?
No, some of them don't get there till midnight.
Well, I should hang around for that lab report. Maybe
Oh, that's all right. I'll take care of it.
How are your bumps and grinds?
How quickly you forget.
You better take Joe or Pete with you.
Oh, they're still in Mexicali. They can't see Isabella for Wendy's until tomorrow, but I'll let you know if any of them are great looking.
Relax. We're just going to talk.
What about?
This? Where'd you get it?
Where'd you get it?
In your room. Answer my question.
Some square I know says he met a wonderful chick. Reminds him of his mother. Turns out this wonderful chick takes some powder. Square's all shook up. Gives me $100 if I'll help him find her. So he gives me this photograph so I'll know her. Stuck it in my mirror and forgot all about it.
This friend of yours got a name?
I say he was a friend. Just a square I know. Don't know his full name. Ed something.
Edson. Is it on this list?
Hmm? Yeah.
Where do I find him?
Burger joint down at the pier. He works there.
All right, get out of here. Other way.
Hey, just because a girl's a stripper doesn't mean she sleeps with every John who wanders in.
Well, no, but Shannon must have had some male friends, a boyfriend.
Yeah, one. Her regular guy. He used to pick her up after the show. His name's Marvin Kolodny, something like that.
Do you know where he lives?
But he pumps gas at that station on the corner. Hey, mine's the medium rare, no onion.
Well, thanks a lot, girls. You don't mind if I send some friends in to see the show, do you?
Hit.
It's not the first time, babe, and it's not for nothing.
Sorry. This guy's headed.
Get an ambulance.
Hey, thanks, Joe. Listen, thanks for bringing the clothes down.
Oh, nothing. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Well, they tell me you missed the bone, huh?
Just lucky, I guess.
They found the veils in the glove compartment of Crow's car.
If it hadn't been for Tom, you might have found one on me.
Yeah, Pep, the bad penny just turned up, that's all.
What were you doing on Paradise Mall, Tom?
Oh, I was headed for Barney's.
Sure you were. Listen, PR's laying down a press conference. You interested?
Oh, cover for me, will you? I gotta go get my report out, then I'm going home to get some sleep.
See you later.
Okay, good night, Bill.
Night.
Tom, I owe you.
Oh, you can buy me a cup of coffee sometime.
Okay.
We'll make it a double.
Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you?
He said 2.
Who did?
Look, something's been eating at me. I figured somebody in charge ought to know.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, I had a few.
Okay, what is this that you think I ought to know?
That's stripper Shannon. She was the 5th victim, right? Well, your friend Foley, when he was bouncing me off my wall, he yelled at me. You ripped off 6 of those veils. Where did you stash the other 2? 5 from 6 is 1. I just thought you ought to know.
Yes, of course. Good night, Mr. Stewart.
Last Saturday night. See, I'm not sure.
Tom always signs his tab, doesn't he?
Yeah, sure he does. Yeah, there you are. I thought he was on some kind of surveillance job.
Surveillance? Why?
Well, he sat right where you are and spent all night staring out the window.
Crowley. Yeah. Yeah, Pep, how's it going? Yeah? What? Okay, I'll meet you there. Right.
You know, you're the last person I expected to see again tonight, Pep. Here. Now, what's this new development?
This, Tom. They're the same veils, aren't they?
Helen got rid of her bridal outfit years ago. I think she sent it to Amarillo, to one of her nieces.
Would you mind if I looked through some of her personal things?
Don't bother.
I've just come from Barney's. He looked up your tab from Saturday night. From where you were sitting, you watched Cheever come out of that motel with Helen, didn't you?
You were always good, you know? You know what's funny? At this time, just you and me standing here, the two of us. I think that's sad, Pep. Don't you think that's sad?
Yes, Tom. It's sad. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Oh, I wish Helen had said that. Should have just asked for a little understanding. All these years, I felt guilty about my work, my job, not being a proper husband to her. I didn't want to tell her I knew. Didn't want to say anything. But she was so brazen. She said Cheever made her feel alive in a way I never had. She said she wouldn't give him up. That she didn't give a damn about what I thought. I got tired, kid. All of a sudden, I got very tired and slapped her. With my open hand, but too hard. She fell. I didn't call a doctor. I've seen enough bodies to know that it wouldn't do any good. I cried, Pep. For her. For me, for a whole life just shot away.
I just find it so incredible. Tom, I'm so sorry. And you went out and you killed Crowell to shut him up. Because if we'd have caught him, he would have confessed to only the other murders, right? Not Helen's.
Maybe, but I got rid of a psycho who killed 4 women. Maybe I figured someday he'd just shuffle out of the mental institution, stamp sane, and start again on another rampage. It happens like that, you know.
Yes, it sure does. And that's wrong, but you're not the judge or the jury. None of us are.
But you can be. You can.
Tom, are you trying to say it cover up for you? You're not.
Could I ask?
You're not thinking of using that on me.
Never entered my mind.
That must be Crowley.
I guess this is where it ends. You better let him in, Pep. I'll get dressed.
Pep, are you in there? I was beginning to think nobody was home. What's up?
We didn't have the whole story. Tom's the one who killed Helen.
What about the kid?
He just confessed.
Where is he?
Getting dressed.
Did you get his weapon?
No.
What the hell are you thinking?
Well,
Hey, Tom? Tom, open the door, will you? Open up! Foley, open the door! Open up, Foley!
There were over 200 of these alone.
Feds want to talk to you.
You sell me to them? Killing a cop? But if she's blown away, they'll take delivery. But a dead cop? They'll have bloodhounds on our trail before her body's cold.
See what I mean? They go in, but sometimes they don't come out.
Well, they've all come out today.
Except for that Lincoln yesterday, the gold one, and the one you say you dumped on him, Charlie.
I did dump it here.
Yeah, well, I don't see it, Charlie. And if it were here, I'd see it, right?
Look, Riley, it's already been cut apart. You see, they pulled the part they want, and they pressed the rest of it. Front end, transmission, doors, and fenders, okay?
Calm down, Charlie.
Yeah, but what is he busting my chops for? I ain't no snitch.
Not a good one, that's for sure.
Riley, what do you want from me? Love and trust? You got me on a bad rap, man. This is my third grand theft auto, and I'm over 40 years old. If I go away on a long one now, I'll be a piece of meat when I come out.
You wanted the deal, and you got one. If you don't like the way my partner talks, that's too bad. This may be a first for you, but we're used to dealing like this all the time, and we don't like it either. Now, who owns this place?
Who knows? I drive one in, and Simmons hands me cash, and I call a cab from a block away.
I think we got enough for a search warrant. What do you think, Bill?
Well, if we don't, he goes away, not me.
Okay, I'll apply for it. We can hit it tonight.
Thanks, Sergeant.
You sure wake up mean on Tuesdays.
All right, Buck, let's go. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Cut the light.
All right, you guys stay here and keep the place secure. Let's go.
What's going on here? This is private property. You got no business here. Nobody called you.
We have a search warrant. This is a stolen car.
When did you guys start getting secretaries?
Hey, Bill, it's got a lock on it. You want us to kick it in?
You got a key for that door?
I'm only a watchman here. I don't have keys for nothing.
Kick it in, Joe.
Okay, Peter.
Wonder what's in here.
I'm only the secretary. Ask the watchman.
Stand back.
Here,
I must be getting old or something.
try these.
Hey, you want to look at this?
What do you got?
Look, I don't know anything about this stuff. I've never been in here before.
There were over 200 of these alone. We were up all night making out the property vouchers.
When did you inform the feds?
This morning, after we inventoried. Ever try to reach one of them in the middle of the night?
I don't have to anymore. You do. You know, some of them are pretty annoyed that the papers got it before they did.
Captain, let me tell you something now. We didn't inform the papers. They picked up some radio calls for the truck and stuck their noses in it the way they always do.
Okay. Now you explain it to them.
Now?
Now. Fellas, Agents Bishop and Turner, Sergeants Crowley and Anderson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Who's in charge of the case?
I am. Sergeant Anderson here obtained the warrant.
I see. You know, of course, the guns are a federal case.
Oh, yeah, we know. We tried to reach you in the middle of the night.
How'd you happen to get involved in the first place? I mean, it should have been turned over to us.
Well, we didn't get involved. We just opened the door, and there they were. I mean, it's luck that we found them at all.
Well, your good luck seems to have slightly embarrassed us. Have you seen the headlines?
We figured on reading the papers with breakfast. We haven't had that yet either.
I'll need your files in the case, of course.
You're welcome to them.
And the identity of your informant. We stopped at court to check your application for the warrant. You didn't name him.
No, I didn't.
You have to name him. You know that.
Wait a minute. Her informant didn't know anything about the guns. He thought he was setting up a stolen car ring. I mean, there's no reason for her to give them to you guys.
As her superior, Captain, I would suggest that you issue an order.
Oh, I didn't hear anyone say they wouldn't cooperate, just that they won't divulge the name of their informant. Since when have you people been giving yours away?
It's our case, Captain.
And it's our informant. Look, I'll ask him whatever you want asked, but it goes through me.
Sergeant, I think you're being unreasonable. I mean, we can force his disclosure.
And you'll lose any cooperation from us. That includes Sergeant Anderson and me.
Well, then I have to deal with your superiors.
You know, we seem to be forgetting what this case is all about. We're supposed to be after a gun-running operation. We'll work with you or alone, but not for you.
Captain, if I can have a few words with you in private.
Mm-hmm. Here, gentlemen, feel free to use my office.
Thank you.
The files are locked.
We want to talk to you.
What? What are you doing here?
We're having breakfast.
You read the papers?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. See, I thought I gave up a car thing. If I knew there was guns there, I shut my mouth and took my rap.
The feds want to talk to you.
You sell me to them? Once they get you, they never let go. You told me you would keep me covered. You said this was a one-shot deal, and I delivered.
Charlie, relax, will you? She can say it to anybody.
Yeah, but is she gonna?
I won't. But you've got to talk to me. Now, through me, if they get what they need, they may not even want you, okay?
Yeah, but I told you everything I know.
Charlie, if you didn't know more, you wouldn't be scared.
Well, I know a few names.
Just give us everything you got, Charlie. Let's start with the names.
Well, there was a Jim Nolan. And there was a Grebs. I don't know him any other way. But they own a travel agency over on Benicia.
There it is, Bonanza Travel Agency.
Yep.
The city record shows it in Wildwood, room 208.
What are you going to do if they're up there?
Bet your lunch they're not. Come in. Try the round ones, they're great. Then maybe you won't be so cranky later on.
I mean, later on. I just need some sleep.
So do I. Oh, I want you to do me a favor, okay? It's easy. It's on your way home.
Why couldn't you have just tried to set me up a little bit? Turn on the charm, promise me your body or something?
Eat. Now, if you would stop by the city hall and check the corporate records again, it would save us a lot of time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And what are you gonna do?
Have a pastrami sandwich for dessert. If your heart was as tender as your pastrami, you'd tell me what I want to know.
I sell only the best. Meat, I know. Ask me about meat, I'll tell you anything.
I'm asking about guns. You were buying everything in sight once and getting them out of the country, too.
I was young then. That was 30 years ago. We were fighting a war and we had no guns. When we won, I never had anything to do with guns again.
How do I find these dealers? Who are the big boys in it now?
Pepper, behave yourself. I was running guns for my people. They gave me a medal. I saw a country born. Here I got no medal. I got 2 years in the federal prison. It's over. Now I sell heartburn.
Ever hear of a Grebs or a Nolan?
Sweetheart, please. I know you from before you knew the difference between boys and girls. Have a celery tonic. Find a husband. Forget this business. This ain't just cops and robbers. There's usually countries involved. These people play for serious.
Hey, I'm going to find out. You're just going to be able to save me a lot of time. It's very important to me.
Have a celery tonic.
I want names, information.
What's the use? Nolan, I never heard of. Grebs, you got the name right. He was around when I was a big supplier even then. Today, I guess he could own his own war if he wanted to.
He's like a shadow. He can't be found.
I'll tell you this. Your shadow knows guns. He loves them. How many of these are available? Government's selling $2,050 a pop.
Buy with the Texas company and sell them across the border for starters. Only on paper. And show a 10% profit on the books.
Where do you want them to go?
San Diego, one of the warehouses. They have to be shipped to make up for that junkyard business. Did you find out who set us up yet?
We're looking around.
Well, you find them and lose them. I don't like to see any part of my business in the headlines. It brings attention and then comes trouble. How's the watchman holding out?
Says nothing without our lawyer around. He's doing fine.
He's sure he'll live longer. Now, you find that stool pigeon and buy the cop if you have to.
Yeah, the cop's a chick.
Who cares? But find that snitch and take care of him.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, my darling. It's that time again. It's Pete. I'm sorry to wake you up, but it's tomorrow already.
Oh, no. You're lying. It's too soon, and it's still dark out.
I know that, but we got a problem either way. Your secret gun informant is no secret anymore.
How, Pete? What happened?
Well, the feds got a hold of him somehow or other. They're up at his apartment, and he got word from his landlady, and he's really scared, Captain. He wants to talk with you right away. He said that you would know where. Joe's on his way to pick you up right now.
Over there, Joe, the Ford.
Charlie.
Could have dealt with him through me, and instead you found him and killed him.
That's a pretty dumb accusation for a pro, Sergeant Anderson. And you left a traffic sign on the court records. We checked your cases. We came up with an obvious cop-out. It fit in. We went to question Witt.
And left an even bigger sign for every street punk that Witt was an informant. How long did you think he'd live after that? 1 hour or 2?
If you turned him over to us immediately, and we could have kept him safe.
Until you were finished using him and then cut him loose. And they'd have dusted him anyway. Now how much information are you going to get out of him?
As much as he told you, Sergeant.
Which is nothing. He gave me a few names, which I'm checking out.
What are they?
I'm involved in this up to my neck. If you want any information, we're going to have to trade.
Sergeant, I don't trade information.
And I don't work for you.
You just might, before we're done.
You're late.
I was at the Federal Building. Charlie Witt's dead.
Yeah, I know. I got the word. I got Pete and Joe over at Homicide to see what they can turn up. I don't like it any more than you do. Here, look at this. Now, we started out with 2 names. Now, we got a dozen corporations and over 30 names. I could keep going. I just ran out of time. And all these are right here in town. Who knows how many there are in other states?
The feds would know.
Then let's give them this and let them handle it.
The way they handled Witt?
It's their thing, Pep. Let's give it to them.
Since when are you their biggest fan? You've been known to beef about them.
Yeah, when they butt into our cases, sure. But now we're butting into theirs. You're gonna have to give it to them, Pep. I'm serious. This is an official telephone message. You're to appear before a hearing of a federal task force investigating arms suppliers. Right now, they got a subpoena on the way to the commissioner's office for you.
They sure know how to throw their weight around.
Yeah? What are you doing, calling your lawyer?
My hairdresser. And then a friend of mine on the newspaper. They want a show, I'll give it to them.
Sergeant, one question. Did you, give this story to the papers?
Oh, I read that this morning. I wondered how they got it, too. Maybe you could put some pressure on them, Mr. Bishop.
I said lose him, dummy, not make him famous.
I didn't know the feds were going to publicize it. I just didn't know.
Oh, feds, nothing. That bust in the junkyard was a city job. They were looking for cars. Fink was a cop, Fink. Pair of pantyhose with the badges making all these waves.
Well, she's a cop. Can't do nothing about her.
Look, you send a couple of your people over to listen to the hearings. Tape it if you can. It's only on for an hour every day on television. Use them, too. At least they look human.
How about you? You be around just in case?
I'm flying to Dallas. I'll be back in 3 days.
What's in Dallas?
Tanks. I've already got them sold. Now I got to buy some. Now you handle your end. You hear?
Mm-hmm.
To continue, Sergeant Anderson, in your experience with gun shipments, did you ever happen upon a cache like this before?
Mr. Hayes, I have no experience with gun running. This is the first time I've ever come across any major arms supplier.
The information I have been provided with informs me that you are now investigating one such case. A case that apparently is not under your jurisdiction, and that you are not providing information to the proper authorities. Is that true?
Are you asking me to admit to a crime, Counselor? I mean, surely you must know that you have to inform me of my rights first. That, too, is a federal decision.
Perhaps the question was misunderstood. Let me rephrase it. This panel would appreciate any information that you could offer.
I understand that, sir, but this is an open hearing, and so I would prefer to withhold...
Unless you're planning to take the Fifth Amendment, I insist that you proceed. We are fully aware that this is an open hearing, but that's exactly our purpose.
All right, sir. It appears that the gun dealers use a cushion of corporations that are in joint ownership and intertwined with each other and subsidiary companies. I found it to start with the Bonanza Travel Agency. The corporate officers are listed as a Nolan, Sanderson, and Phillips. Nolan is reputed to be in partnership with or to be a main figure in an operation headed by a man named Grebs. This man is not identified yet. There may be some available information by the Alcohol Tobacco Tax Agency, the ATTA, but federal information is not made available to local law enforcement, as you know.
I think we shall adjourn for a couple of hours, hold a meeting in chambers. Gentlemen?
Yes, sir, some of the information is in our files, but it's speculative and has not been confirmed.
But it is in your files.
Some of it, sir, yes.
The purpose of this panel is to hear the information and decide what is relevant. We decide, not you.
Mr. Chairman, I don't believe I could get authorization.
Then we will have to adjourn until you do.
No, we have a witness to continue with. I want everything you know put into the record, Sergeant Anderson. Let's get this pot boiling. You'll testify while we have the TV coverage.
Bishop. It's getting a little out of hand in there, don't you think?
Yeah, and there was no reason for it. Look, if you're concerned about her safety, she just did it to herself in that hearing room.
Her safety is our responsibility, and we can handle that.
Well, good. If you're not sure, we can always put her under federal witness protection.
That'd be the day when one of our people asks your people for protection.
Not here, you understand? No flight plan. Not on any manifest. Took off from our own airfield in Texas. I'll be back before morning. Is that clear?
Yeah, you're coming back on a commercial flight in 2 days. I understand that, but that's not what I'm worried about.
He'll drop you off downtown, and when you get set, contact him. He'll be expecting your call. I'll be back by Thursday. By that time, the job should be done.
Killing a cop?
Look, that decision has been made. We've got too much iron in the fire. Over $6 million with our South American customers alone. Now, if she keeps talking, they'll pull out. But if she's blown away, they'll take delivery.
Yeah, but a dead cop. They'll have bloodhounds on our trail before her body's cold.
Let 'em. In 1 week, all our deliveries will be made. Then we'll be gone. No trail, no problems. And a year from now, we'll be back in business. Come on, your man's waiting. And put Waldron on him to identify her.
Well, who's covering her now?
I got a team from Metro hanging a loose tail on her. I promised them I'd keep her busy working so they could keep an eye on her.
Keep an eye on whom?
Nothing, I'm just telling them a joke.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
It's dirty.
You have to write it down to understand it? Hang a loose tail on me. Well, if they follow me to the John, I'll flush them.
Well, one thing I cannot stand is family squabbles.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Got a singing lesson.
Bye. Okay, now for the good news. Word's down from the commissioner's office. We got to keep hands off anything to do with the arms case.
Fine with me. Of course, they didn't say anything about murder cases, did they?
You know, it's absolutely amazing the way you're starting to think like the old master. Come on, they're waiting for us in homicide.
Here you are.
Thank you.
You were really lucky. They could have taken your head off. Such a nice head.
Yeah. You mean it's still there?
Frank, did you make a comparison to the bullet that you took out of Witt's body?
I anticipated that. You're okay.
You mean it compares?
This gun that shot at you also killed Witt.
Do the feds know that?
Not yet.
So, there were 2 slugs in the guy that was killed last night. One was yours, but the other was a 9mm steel jacketed job. It tore a 2-inch hole right in the concrete.
Why would he want to do it in his own partner?
Orders. Sure, you go down, you go out. Pro could do that. An outside hitman with no personal feelings about the people he's working with. No loose ends.
It's good enough.
Well, looks like we're not the only ones sightseeing today.
Morning. I'm glad to see you came through last night intact.
Not completely.
Listen, maybe we better get back to the office. What do you say?
You've got what you wanted. You've got your exclusive on the gun case. Why'd you pull all the records on this one? I'm just a cop who got shot at. It happens all the time to cops.
Cop or not, you're a federal witness under subpoena. You belong to us.
This dead guy, Waldron here, just how does he fit into this thing?
Cleared this morning. We believe he ties in with the gun operation.
How?
We've come across Waldron's name before.
With Grebs?
I can't give you any more information.
You want it all, don't you? Don't forget to take the chalk marks.
Listen, before you say anything, let me tell you about Pepper. She's a hell of a cop. She gets a little headstrong, but it's usually for the right reasons. Bishop, there's nothing in the world that's going to keep her off this case. She's already taken care of that with the committee. I mean, she set herself up.
Yeah.
But after it's all over with, it doesn't make any difference whether you love us or we love you. Just so long as we've all done the job and hopefully saved her life.
That's exactly what I came here this morning to say to both of you, but she didn't give me a chance.
Yeah, well, I never said she fights fair. Hey, there's just one other thing. Thanks for adding your protection. I just wouldn't let her know.
Well, what's the expression? Stonewall it.
Waldron. Here it is. He shows on one of the companies.
That's no surprise. Bishop made that connection for you.
Bishop didn't connect me to a damn thing.
Okay. What's the company?
A beauty parlor.
It's about time you had your hair done, isn't it?
That feels great. No wonder the men have taken over all these businesses for themselves.
We don't get that many. Few regulars.
Yeah, all I see is women in here. The men who are getting their hair done all the time. I mean, take my boyfriend.
Yours?
Well,
The only men we get around here are the owner and a few of his friends. There's no off-the-street business.
It's me. Can you stay where you are? I'll be right over. We got new trouble. She was sitting in front of me.
You sure it was her?
She doesn't look like just any chick I saw on TV. It was her.
What kind of stuff did Waldron have in there?
I don't know.
He was your partner, your brother-in-law. What do you mean you don't know?
I want her.
You're not needed for that, I told you.
I want her. You let Mike go out with that guy?
He doesn't exist! You hear me?
I hear you.
But I want to go out with him.
Look, we needed Waldron to point her out. That's all. Now he's attached to her. Do you understand? Yeah. What did you guys keep in the beauty parlor?
Could be anything. But no guns.
You idiots. Don't you understand anything? Those banana Napoleons are sitting back there waiting to see how we handle things before they agree to take delivery. Look, so Waldron left your sister a widow with 3 kids. But if we can complete delivery, have you any idea what her share will be? It'll be $200,000. Show me the bookkeeping on the Texas deal.
I'm gonna get her.
Right. Yeah, okay, right. Pepper.
Just never mind the stories. You get to take me home.
Well, good. That saves me an argument. But the boss would like to see you right away, Billy.
Bishop again. I'll go in with you.
He didn't say we. He said me. He just wants to yell a little. He's got it right. I tell you what, you can have the next one. See you in the morning. Go home.
How come you need so many groceries?
I'm on a new diet.
Look, I know this great restaurant. Artichoke stuffed with oysters?
Joe! 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 What? Oh, my God. Oh.
Pep, they said he's gonna be okay. They said the bullet went in and out clean, honey.
Sure, well, I've heard that before. I gotta see for myself. How is he, Pete?
I don't know. They got him so heavily medicated. Seems to be coming out of it a little bit.
Did you talk to him? Did he say anything?
Nurse told me I had a split.
Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'll stick around.
Well, I thought I'd stay around myself a little bit.
You have a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Come on. We'll be back. Come on.
See that.
Is that more comfortable? You can't come in here yet.
Is he awake?
Oh, not completely. You'll have to leave.
The doctor said I could wait here. I'm his wife.
I'll check.
I'm sorry, Pep. We lost a baby.
You're young. You'll have more.
Not tonight. Where's Pete?
He's having some more coffee with Bill. I think he's gonna float away. He's pretty worried. Are you all right?
I've been shot. And I'm still hungry.
I told you to duck.
I didn't hear you.
You were lying down at the time. I don't know what to say, Joe. I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry about? You didn't shoot me.
I might as well have. It's all part of my case, the one I'm not even supposed to be on. It's a federal case. Why am I so stubborn? I should have butted out of there a long time ago, and then none of this would have happened.
Oh, look, I'm the one in bed. You should be feeling sorry for me, not yourself.
I'm sorry again. I mean, I'm sorry for you.
Pepper. I never figured to come out of the job without an extra hole in me. So I got it. And if it were the other way around, you would take the bullet for me. So you shut up here.
I guess I've been told off.
Of course, I was outstandingly brave. And I doubt if Pete or Bill could ever do that.
Look at that chick. Looks almost like she could lead a normal life.
She can't. It would bore her to death.
At least it would be her own death.
Honey, bring me another one of these, will you? I tell you, maybe you better bring her a warm glass of milk. She's going through her second childhood.
Crowley, I am fully aware that I have us all in the jackpot because I felt the feds were putting me down. I don't mind a little pressure, and I don't even mind that you have to take a dressing down for me, but I almost got Joe killed.
Pap, you almost got yourself killed, too. I mean, look, you made a choice, so did Joe. The rest of it's the rules of the game, honey.
You got a dime?
Yeah, I got a dime. What do you want a dime for?
Change the rules of the game.
Who you calling?
Tom Richards.
Why are you calling the papers? Have you had enough publicity lately?
Look, they're after me already. Might as well light a little fire under them, okay? The police desk, please. Yeah, Tom Richards. This is Pepper Anderson. I'm fine. Now, just listen for a minute, and I can give you a story that can break in the morning edition, and it's a beauty. You can be doing both of us a favor. Monday, I'll be testifying at the federal hearing, and I'll have enough names and information I'll have enough names and information to tie up one of the biggest gun running operations in the country.
Read this.
Well, she's done it. She's pinned the target right on her own. If they get her there, I wouldn't mind that a bit. Not one bit.
We don't know for sure if she's got anything or if she's grandstanding.
The people we're dealing with don't know that either.
Well, if the feds don't have us, she can't, right?
What difference does it make? She's got the junkyard stash. She's messed up the beauty parlor for a meet. Yeah? Hold on. Wait in the other room. Well, go on. What?
You said take her when she's alone. She's never alone.
I can't wait. Take her even if the army's surrounding her.
That'll double your nut with me.
But it's got to be before she talks to that committee again.
Anything you say. It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Leave the money tonight. You know where.
I know where.
After I hang up, you won't hear from me again. Anything else?
You do your job. We'll make a hero out of her.
Check all the neighborhoods and see what you can find. Excuse me a minute. Now, before you say anything, you were right. We found some books that don't match with a hairdresser's income and some very interesting phone bills.
Where do they check out to?
That's what Turner's going to find out. Even takes us a couple of hours.
Does Greb show up on anything?
We'll have to wait on Turner.
Well, check these out against what you got.
Does this make us partners?
I wouldn't press my luck. You don't know when you're well off.
If you have another raid, we want in on it.
Now, look, the reason for all of this is to keep you safe, not make you available.
I have more information I'm working on.
I'd give in, Bishop. She's not going to.
Who took it? The feds or the cops?
Well, the guy who answered the phone at the beauty shop thought it was just the cops, but he wouldn't know the difference.
Morgan or Wardrobe left any of that incriminating stuff in the beauty parlor, they're out. And if our lady friend talks before the committee with any of the stuff in that beauty parlor, their cut will be what they deserve. Nothing. Well, don't stand there like a dummy. Give me a hand. Oh, wait a minute. Buzz my driver's room. We're going to use your car.
Willie, just a second.
Willie, you know the routine. Stay in the hotel, take care of all the phone calls. I'll be in touch with you later. Right. Well, let him hit us now for all the good it's going to do him. Come on.
All right, move him out.
You're lying! You killed him yourself!
Here's the ballistics report. Look at it. There were 2 bullets in Waldron's body. The one that killed him wasn't mine.
You're a liar.
It could only have been a pro, Morgan. That's the way they work. You've been around, you know that. Grebs brought in a pro. He was with your brother-in-law. But he gave him the kiss-off, and Sergeant Anderson brought him down with her shot. You help us get Grebs, and we'll get the pro.
We're going to get Grebs one way or another. You help us. You tell us where we can find him.
I cop out to you, the feds will put me away for life.
What if we get you a deal with the feds?
No, you can't pull that stuff. They don't deal with local cops.
But what if we could?
I deal.
I want Grebs. We'll deal.
Better leave it.
Get him out of here. Bring in Morgan. We almost had Grebs in Chicago once. He pulled the same stunt then. He'll check in by phone.
My phone, huh? All right, Morgan, get over here. That's our station. Now, let's see you deliver.
Now get it right, or you lose all the way around.
Hello?
Who is this? Morgan? What the hell are you doing there?
The cops took the penthouse. So I called Willie and came up here. We want to know what to do.
Where's Willie?
We went down to get some food. We didn't know how long we were going to be here, and he was hungry.
Yeah, that creep's always hungry.
Yeah, him and his enchiladas. What are we going to do? I just don't want to stay around this town. The cops are right in our tail. Well, couldn't we all just talk it over? Where are you guys?
We're at the junkyard. Just hang there until I find out what the man wants to do.
You stupid.
Well, what is the problem? It was just Morgan.
Just Morgan, huh? How did he know to go to the hotel? It was you I told, not him.
Well, I just wasn't thinking fast enough.
No, you weren't.
12847, 12040 request an additional unit at the northeast section of the yard.
12847, roger. Show me en route, verified, 5th and Olive.
Bishop, take him out that side. Come on. All right, get out. Let's move it, move it. Come on. I got it. All right, sprint.
All units. All units. Go ahead. Man with a gun. Stay on top of them. I had to do the same thing.
Move it over. Hey, Liddy.
Hi, Bishop.
Hi.
You don't care who you drink with, do you?
Ah,
He's fine.
lady, don't you ever forgive?
As a matter of fact, you know, this old boy here kind of saved your life, didn't he?
Uh-huh. Sure did.
Well, I think you two ought to kiss and make up.
I'll drink to that.
Sorry, I suggested that.
Well, then I guess I should tell you that he caught a number 120 bus right outside the door.
A city bus for a getaway car?
At 2:46, he was at the Melrose office, and just about 10 minutes ago, he cleaned out the central office.
He hit the phone company?
Now, suppose I were to take, say, $500 or $600 from each one.
Welcome to the Christmas Club.
And then to come home and find this Santa.
It's Christmas Eve, and we just busted Santa Claus.
Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas.
You're not getting much.
Oh, don't worry. Excuse me. Hello. Welcome to the Christmas Club.
Not what you'd call your everyday type M.O., is it, Sergeant? Would you call it that?
Well, I gotta admit, he's enterprising, Captain. I mean, 3 banks in 4 hours. That's some kind of a record, isn't it?
If you'll pardon my saying so, Crowley, I don't think you're entirely in the spirit of the thing here.
Well, what I meant, Captain...
What we have here is a little old man in a Santa Claus suit knocking over banks. Now, that's the way folk heroes are born. And that's what we're going to have on our hands unless you take that thing that you sit on, get it down to that bank, and solve this problem now.
Yes, sir, right away.
Be grateful, Sergeant. You know what they expect me to do?
What's that, sir?
They want a feasibility report so they can turn it down. They expect me to go through... Me? It's your unit.
Captain, I want you to understand that I'm no,
Take it. It's all yours. The bank first, then this.
Bust Santa Claus. Yes, sir, right away. You mean that this is his first time out? This hotshot just jumps out of nowhere. You really believe it? This is Sergeant Pepper Anderson. This is Special Agent
Ted, how
to see
nice
you.
to see you. So what do you think, Ted? Could all this be one guy?
Well, it almost has to be, if you can believe the eye-wits. He leaves in a hurry, and he seems to leave alone. We'll be working together on this, won't we?
All the way. You want to go to a party with us tonight?
Great.
McKnight's party. Didn't he say Friday night? This is Friday.
It's next Friday. So where's the note?
Oh, well, that's an interesting point. It's written on a letterhead. Acme Door and Hardware, St. Louis.
A hold-up note on a letterhead?
Don't trouble yourself. Our field office says that firm went out of business in 1947.
So can we have a look at it?
At the note? Sorry, he seems to have taken it along.
Little old man.
Well, not so little, actually. He's about 5'11", Caucasian, portly, with crinkly eyes.
Well, that narrows it down.
You said he left in a hurry. How, up the chimney?
Banks don't have chimneys these days, old sport. Perhaps you've noticed.
Well, actually, I'm fussy about those kind of details. You know, this is why I love working with you FBI guys. You're all so full of info, you know what I mean?
Well, then I guess I should tell you that he caught a number 120 bus right outside the door here.
He what?
Why take the Bureau's word for it, Crowley? Check it out yourself.
A city bus for a getaway car?
Look, whatever you can tell us about him will help.
Well, that depends. If it's the fellow I think it is, he got right off again.
Where?
Well, let's see. Must have been the very next light. I caught a red, sure. That's what happened.
Would you know where he went?
Yeah. If it's the fellow I'm thinking of, he went into a bank.
Wait a minute, now, you were going south. That would be the California National.
You keep saying if.
Don't know why. There's only one Santa Claus.
California National. They didn't get hit, did they?
No. He just asked me to change some bills. He had a bunch of small ones, asked for hundreds.
Weren't new bills by any chance?
I presume you mean the hundreds. No. If you're hoping for consecutive numbers, I'm sorry. They were random.
Figures. You remember what he looked like?
I remember his eyes. They were, unusual.
Unusual in what way? I mean, what do you mean?
They twinkled, actually. He had one $20 bill left over, and he gave it to me. I told him I can't accept tips. He smiled and said, "What about Christmas presents?"
Well, he's no fool. He could spend those hundreds anywhere.
Right. The lost art of conversation. You're absolutely right about that, Harry. Because listening is an art. Simply listening. You know? Of course, you know all about those things, Harry. That's why I value your opinion. A pearl pendant for Mrs. Belusia. How about it, huh? Suit her personality? Come on, one way or the other. Out with it. Oh, Harry, with a vagueness like that, you'd have a great future in politics. Did you ever think of running? Did you ever think? Oh, don't. It'll ruin all your chances. Let's see, Mrs. Belusia. Will you look at that? Will you look at all the work I still have to do? Thank goodness it only happens once a year. Be generous. It's Christmas.
Well, I'm working on it, Captain.
I have a smoking teletype.
Raising a bar?
That tells us our Santa has struck again.
Oh, that's great. I needed that.
Department of Water and Power this time, and he has a pattern.
Yeah?
A good pattern. Know how he worked it? The 102 bus, see? Cleverly marked in red. All the banks are on the one line, 1, 2, 3. Hits a bank, catches a bus. Hits a bank, catches a bus. 3 banks in 4 hours.
So where is he now?
As of 26 minutes ago, he was right here. So if he follows the pattern, all we have to do is sit and wait.
Gonna be that easy, huh?
Who says it's only the thought that counts?
Really? Does it take 3 of you not to watch this machine?
Well, I was watching them, actually.
Pepper, listen, where did you get that pattern? How'd you come up with that?
We are supposed to cooperate with the Bureau.
Ted Felton?
You had your nose stuck in all those books.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. You talk like I got a choice.
So what's wrong with Ted? I mean, somebody had to get on it, Sergeant.
Well, then get on it, Sergeant. I mean, I'm assigning it to you. To you. Now, I don't want to hear about this dude. I don't want to bother with him. Just come up. Listen, you just bring me in Santa Claus, okay? I got work to do.
Oh, bring me in Santa Claus. Now, that's what I call the Christmas spirit.
211, Department of Water and Power. There it is. Santa Claus, 1600 block Monroe. Give me the map.
Sure.
Oh.
All right, so he started here, so he's here. So he's here. Got the 21 bus line north to, what's north of here, Joe?
Well, DWP has an office on 6th Street, 2800 block.
So, can we do it? Can we get there before he does?
Y51.
Well, Y51, go ahead.
Well, the 21 bus just came and went, and no Santa Claus.
Well, let's see then. The next one is due in 15 minutes. Keep an eye out.
Tell me, friend, did you ever think of working that place in there?
You're kidding? Hey, they won't give me a nickel, man. Them people in there's paying the bills.
Look, I'm in the same business myself. I'm going to tell you something funny about those people in there. They have got to find something to do with the change. You dig?
12Y51.
Yes, go ahead.
Something's happening out here.
Got you, 12Y52. I see him. May I help you?
Oh, definitely.
What's he doing, G2 in the joint?
It isn't right, Joe. That's not his M.O. It just can't be.
6 Adam 18 and all units in the vicinity of 211 silent at the DWP 2800 block 6. Code 2.
6 Adam 18 responding. We're right on it.
6 Adam 18, roger.
Merry Christmas.
51, what the hell is going on right now?
What's the matter? What's happening? They blew him!
Grab him! Stop him! Somebody stop him! Him! Him right there! No, not him! The other man!
What other man? I'll take this one, you take that one. Crowley's gonna love this.
It's gonna be easy, huh? Just sit and wait.
It was such a clear pattern, Bill.
That's right. A dummy's pattern.
Okay, so he's not a dummy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think I'm gonna rub it in, don't you? You think I'm gonna give you a bad time just because you stood there and you watched a suspect pull a 211 right in front of you and then you let him get away. Well, I tell you, just to prove to you what kind of a guy I am, just to show you how you've misjudged me, I'm gonna go back to my paperwork and leave the whole thing in your hands, Sergeant.
Has he seen it yet?
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
You mean this? They tell me this is the best of the bunch. Let's hope it's a good likeness.
What time's the bomb go off?
Now, see, that's what I mean about being misjudged. Now, where are you going?
I'm leaving before you become violent, my friend.
Me
too. Thank you.
Listen, did you think about getting a blow-up of this, maybe?
Yeah.
Say, listen, whatever happened to good old Ted Felton?
DWP is out of his jurisdiction, remember? I'll see if I can get Santa to hit another bank, okay?
Kind of hard to tell anything from that. I mean, that could be anybody.
I know, but even a general resemblance. Early 60s, portly, about 5'11".
There's only one guy I can think of. He's a regular. I don't mean every day, but he always uses the same stuff, you know?
To be perfectly honest, I can't really say.
But you did get a good look at the suspect.
It's the strangest thing. I was perfectly calm at the time. I remember him standing right over there. But afterwards, he didn't even have a gun, did he?
Let me ask you this. Can you definitely rule this man out?
No, I can't say that.
And it is possible. What if I brought him in, say, stood him right here?
Tell you what I remember. Quite clearly, in fact. His tie. I could identify that.
Yeah.
So what's he up to?
Comparing prices. He's been doing that on everything.
Hello, Mr. Mims. What'll it be today?
Well, I think a dozen eggs will do it.
Yes,
oh,
sir, Mr.
wait. Is that price correct?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mims. It went up just yesterday.
We'll never let up. You better make it half a dozen.
Q. Waldo Mims. Q for Quincy. He's living on $316 a month Social Security and a small pension from a firm in St. Louis. Not the one on the note. He's got $129 in savings, period. So why are we chasing this guy?
But you did say St. Louis.
Bill, this Santa Claus guy, I mean, just so far this week has ripped off, well, almost 5,000 bucks. That poor Mims hasn't got a spare nickel.
Seems mighty strange to me, really.
Could this be him?
Sure. And 600 other guys.
Yeah, okay. I can see I'm asking too much of you guys. I mean, why trouble yourselves? Why don't you just write up the report and turn it into Barnes? Maybe that'll improve your standing around here. Or is there something else you maybe can dream up to do?
There's no way we're gonna see in there. All he's got is those two little dinky windows. Really? I guess we better go around the back.
Well, you said the angle was lousy.
Well, ordinarily, that's true, but with the agility my partner has here... Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, nobody can say I'm not motivated.
You know, I'd do it myself if I didn't have my lucky break.
I appreciate that, Peter. But I've always wanted to fly.
Just take it easy now, really.
Okay.
For,
12 by 51.
Go ahead.
Pepper, you better get over here right away.
Oh, Joseph. Icky poo. Oh. Look, you're not going to believe this.
I already don't believe it.
No, I mean it. I saw something on the way down.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Mims. Look, I went right past the window, didn't I? I wasn't going to waste it.
Well, what did you see, Quick Eyes?
I saw a Santa Claus suit, and Mims was putting it on.
Hot damn. of a sudden, he's looking good.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, what the hell is this?
Take a look yourself. See it?
What's the matter with you, Joe?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
See, Mims shows up in a Santa suit, gets on a bus, goes to the florist, buys that bouquet of flowers, gets on another bus, and gets off here.
So what? That's not exactly a bank or anything over there. Looks like a bunch of rooming houses.
See, now that's an astute observation. That's why he's running things and we're a bunch of peons.
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, I suppose that tells us something.
Well, what is he gonna do, rip her off? Huh?
Yeah, really. She's got money written all over her.
You never know about those little old ladies. Sometimes they might have 30,000 to the mattress.
I just saw him. I just saw him go through that door in there.
Are you sure?
Honey, Santa Claus says we got work in the building.
Wait a minute. It's my turn to kick the door.
No. You last week, you kicked the door. Don't you remember that?
He kicked it.
Hold it right there.
Something I can do for you?
Oh, boy.
What am I doing here?
We're police officers.
Police! Oh, my conscience. I thought I was a stick-up. You know, not meaning any offense, but look at the two of them.
Santa.
How'd you get in here, Mr. Mims?
Oh, you know my name. Well, that's reassuring. The local fuzz is on the ball.
You slipped the lock.
What, that old thing? Well, I could whistle that open. No, I used to be a locksmith.
Then you admit you broke in.
Well, yes.
Okay, that's it. Let's go.
Take your bag.
Oh my God. She's back early.
Who?
The lady who lives here. No, you're not going to like this, but we're going to have to go down that fire escape right now.
Like hell. Come on, Mims.
There is no time to discuss it. She'll be here any second.
So what?
Use your eyes, will you, woman? What you're looking at is charity.
I mean, you did all this?
Yes, and if Mrs. Volusia finds out about it, she'll be horrified to the core. Don't you understand? This is the one way to help her that she cannot refuse. Please, she'll be here any moment.
This turkey talks like he's out of his gourd.
She's a proud and spirited woman trying to live on her Social Security check, which everybody knows is impossible. She has nothing for herself. You can see that. Please, can we start?
We're not going out the window. Now, when we leave, we're going by the front door.
Here, you see that? It's cat food. She's 76 years of age, and this is what she has to eat to stay alive. Twice a week. That's all she can afford.
Bill, there's a lady coming up the steps now.
So what are you, the Easter Bunny? You know, you're being very unreasonable. I have receipts for every single article I brought into that room.
You're gonna have to come up with them, too. I guess you know that.
You still haven't answered the question, Mr. Mims.
3 banks in 4 hours, and then 3 of those other...
Department of Water and Power offices.
Yeah. I don't see how a man could move that fast. A 23-year-old kid couldn't do it. And look at me, I'm 73.
Where'd you get the money for all these gifts?
Oh, I have resources.
Yeah, I know. $3.16 a month.
We're gonna have to take a look at those receipts and see what they add up to.
You know, we really are an extravagant nation, are we not? You know, if anything gets the least bit shabby, whoopee, we throw it away. And, you know, people get shabby, too. Anything over 65 gets junked.
Did you pull the job, Mr. Mims?
You're telling us that you did it.
Oh, I don't know. No, you see, it is not my job to answer questions like that. That's your job.
Mine.
That's what we pay you for, isn't it? Huh? We, the taxpayers?
You see how it's gonna be.
Mr. Mims, let's knock off the chit-chat. Time is pretty valuable around here.
Oh, sure. I can understand that.
She's serious, Mr. Mims.
Oh, she is. All right, then, let's all get serious. Did you have a warrant when you came busting into that room there? Did you identify yourself and announce your intentions? Did you read me my rights before you took me into custody? You have a case. File it. File it now or let me go, because if you try to hassle me, with 48 hours in the bucket, I'll write a 181 on you that'll melt you right down to the ground. And you too, Sergeant Crawley. You and those hinky-looking dudes you brought into that room, I'll go right on from there into false arrest, malicious prosecution, and everything else that applies. No hard feelings, I hope.
Well, we were holding our own in there. I'd say it came out about 50-50. Gonna behave yourself now?
Certainly not.
Bet you don't have that feasibility report either.
Oh, boy.
Now then, Sergeant, I find I'm confused. The manager said something about a commotion, but...
Yes, we got word that there was a prowler in the building.
Ah, I see.
A prowler. In this room, in fact.
Well, I guess there was. My dear, I don't care how tough you are. It's hard to keep going sometimes. When there's but 1 check a month and only 4 walls, you can get the feeling, especially at night, the feeling that no one on this earth really knows you're alive, much less cares. And then to come home and find this Santa, this, wherever he is, or perhaps she. Well, who knows what I might have come to otherwise. But there's no doubt about it, Sergeant. And I mean this. He's gotten me through the last 3 years.
3 years he's been doing this? Okay, that's our answer. Now we got it.
How'd you figure that?
He's got a pattern. Then he breaks the pattern. It's okay. It's all right there in the computer. We just have to go dig it out. Look, older people got habits, deep ingrained habits. We just use it against them.
Just like that?
Well, no, not just like that, but it's all there, Pep. It's all there right in the computer. All we got to do is dig it out and wait for him to come to us.
If he's been at this for 3 years, how come we only found out about it now?
Right.
You know, I'm glad you asked me that, Pete, because that shows interest, and interest shows motivation. So you two get down and stand in the computer line. I want you to punch in everything we know, age, MO, the whole business. When you get the right answer, come back. I'll be right here. Let's hope, kid.
I see a young man getting off, a woman, 2 kids. No Mims.
You shaking your head?
It just bothers me.
Why? Because he's giving the loot away? Oh, fine. Merry Christmas and all that. Except first he steals it.
I know.
Okay, then.
I wonder how many he's got on his list. How many hungry old people like Mrs. Volusia.
What's the difference?
Just suppose, right now, today, we catch him dead bang.
Well, then we'll be looking good for a change.
And suppose he's got, maybe he's still got like 5 old ladies to go. What happens to them?
Oh, boy, you're really going to give me trouble, aren't you? Huh?
What happens to them, Bill? There, Bill. You weren't there to see the look on her face, to hear the emotion in her voice. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
You think I'm going to get a kick out of busting this guy? I mean, you think I really want to grab some old guy like that off the street and then throw him in the jail? I mean, there are a lot of rotten people in that jail.
But don't you think this is just a little different? I mean, this time, this one man is just a little tiny bit more human than the usual scum we run into.
Listen, let's get something straight, Pepper. I mean, suppose he turns around right now and he pulls a heist. Suppose we see him and catch him dirty. I mean, now what are you going to do?
Bust him. That's what I'm going to do, bust him.
I don't think I believe you.
What?
Well, what do you expect me to believe? Pepper.
Mims. Where is he? Where is he?
We lost him. That's great.
Losing a suspect. That's no big deal, Sergeant. Happens all the time. Sure. Happens to me. Everybody does it, right?
That's right, Captain.
What time would you say it was when you last saw him?
2:30.
2:30. Well, he shouldn't be too hard to locate. Why don't you run on down to the phone company?
The what?
Phone company. At 2:46, he was at the Melrose office. At 3:19, the Lake Street office. And just about 10 minutes ago, he was at 6th and Main, where he cleaned out the Central office.
He hit the phone company?
Yes, that's right. But I'm a grown man. And a grown man shouldn't let a little thing like that bother him.
What trouble?
Trouble? No, Sergeant. You too, Anderson. You're not in trouble. You're our top unit. You had the suspect under close surveillance. And he pulled off 3 robberies right under your nose. 3. Nah, you're not in trouble. Except with me and the chief. And now the phone company.
Good morning.
Snow would be nice.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Please, I don't want to see one.
Oh, come on, Pep. Don't be that way. It's Christmas Eve.
This hour of the morning, to me, it's just another work day, far as I'm concerned.
Moody on Christmas, Pepper. That's not nice.
What do you know? It's us.
What is?
Joe had an idea, so we fed it into the computer. It's Christmas Eve, right? The way it looks is Mims always saves one last shot for Christmas Eve. The thing is, where or when can we predict it?
Mims. Pattern established. Final operation December 24 corresponds to location number 4. Initial day of operation. Who wrote this? The lawyer?
The computer. Come on, read the rest of it.
Pattern projection based on operations previous indicates California National Bank, 5th and Union.
That's it then, California National, 5th and Union. I think we got it.
What are you talking about?
I keep telling you that older people are creatures of habit, right? California National. Remember the teller, the guy kept talking about Mims's eyes, how they twinkle and all?
Yes, I know. So he exchanged some money there. So what?
But that's the pattern, babe. Today goes back and he knocks it off.
Today, it's Christmas Eve.
I think we got him.
You know what? I think so, too.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
This is 12 Y 52. Bill, he just split. His ETA is about 3 minutes to your location.
Okay, 52, we read you. Oh, how about that? Let's go.
You're reasonably certain that there won't be any shooting.
He isn't armed, Mr. Summers. He just uses that note.
Still, I don't know. Just letting him walk in here like that. What if there's trouble?
I can assure you we're not going to attempt anything in here. And we have men outside. We'll let him go outside with the cash, and then we'll grab him there.
Well, all right. I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah, Pete.
He's coming in the bank.
Listen, Pete. We can cover the other exit from here, so everything's cool.
Okay.
May I help somebody?
Oh, 52.
Yeah, Bill.
Mims just got wide. Looks like his wandering days are just about over.
All right.
This is your bus. You should be feeling pretty good right now.
Just make sure you put the cuffs on him. Count me out.
Thank you, and a Merry Christmas. May I help you?
Sure may. Well, I'm afraid I must have lost my withdrawal slip. I'm sorry.
You forgot the note. You forgot the note.
Well, sit tight. He'll write another one.
These are the old guys. I've got to get superstitious. Jeez, how can you forget the note? How can you do a thing like that?
Well, don't take it personally.
So what, 52? He's coming out.
What?
I said let him walk. He forgot the note. The old thief forgot his note.
What do you say? The old dink forgot the note.
That's the second time he's transferred. He's not going home, he's going the other way.
Listen, you guys dogging. I know I should talk, but just don't lose him, you hear me?
We got you, William.
What's the matter? He got away, didn't he?
The note. Bill, if he forgot it...
Yeah? What?
Well, if he forgot it, it could still be in his room, couldn't it?
You know, it just could be. We'd never get a warrant, though. It's Christmas Eve. Who could find a judge on Christmas Eve? Even if we could, he wouldn't talk business.
Well, then we'll just have to wait till next year, won't we?
I'll find the judge.
That must be his wife. Wonder what happened to her.
You suppose there ain't any kids?
No, there'd be pictures.
Lieutenant Q.W. Mims. He was a flyer in the First World War.
Look at this. Remember in Mrs. Volusia's room, the day we busted him? He had 3 names to go.
Looks like we kind of lost our schedule.
36 names here altogether. Look. He's all through. Everything's crossed off the list.
So what's with the California National Bank?
Yeah, what?
That's the 3rd bus that went by. What's he waiting for? Not gonna believe what you're getting ready to tell him.
Yeah, sure.
That's right, Bill. That's just what I'm saying. A chauffeur-driven, white convertible Rolls-Royce. How about that, huh?
Pete, what you expect? Put off the red-nosed reindeer? Just stay that way.
Creature of habit, huh?
Yeah, you just keep digging.
Well, there's no note.
Just dig a little deeper, Pepper. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Scrooge!
Pepper, I think old Waldo's done it to us. I think he's licked us.
Well, 12 by 50.
12 by 50. 12 by 50.
It's Pepper.
Well, Pep, we ran a check on the plates and the Rolls is rented. He's down here at the wholesale market now, filling it up with food baskets.
How's he paying for it?
A very good question.
Check it out. See what you can find.
You know what I keep thinking about? When I was a kid, I read a story called The Purloined Letter, where this guy takes a letter and he puts it on a mantle right in front of plain sight. Tells the other guy it's hidden. But it was always there, right in plain sight.
I've looked everywhere, so have you. Can't even find the cat.
Like I said, I think we're just kidding ourselves.
It's just an idea. Oh, no.
That's what I call hard evidence. Okay. That's the ball game. Let's go pick him up.
You're gonna love this, Billy.
Are they inside?
Yep.
Okay, you guys want to take the back? Let's go.
There you are. Happy Christmas.
God bless you.
God bless you, dear. And here you are, sir. Merry Christmas.
Yes, yes, the same to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, dear.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you, my dear. And a Merry Christmas to you also. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, darling. Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, dear. And a Merry... So, I did leave it at home. Hmm?
Would you like to step outside with us, please?
It's beautiful, man. It's Christmas Eve, and we just busted Santa Claus.
Right over here, Mr. Mims.
Oh, please, Sergeant, why not a little style? Well, after all, it's paid for until midnight.
Now, you see...
Right, Mr. Mims, come on.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, why not?
Good, good. Justin, will you give me those gifts? This is a quaint little custom, you know, matching with sail cups. After all, it's the season. Sergeant, that's yours. You, my dear?
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mims, I can't accept this.
Oh, it's paid for with good, honest money.
Bill, you're not going to say no to Santa Claus, are you?
That's not the point, Pete. You know the rules.
Bill, it's Christmas Eve.
Thank you, Mr. Mims.
Good, good. And gentlemen, here are yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mims.
Thank you, Mr. Mims, and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to both of you.
Pete, would you get my car back to the garage, please?
Now, and... Oh, about the car. It really was a necessity. If these people didn't think I was very wealthy, they wouldn't have accepted the gifts. And it was kind of you not to blow my cover. Now I can come back again next year.
Next year?
Yes. Oh, my dear. What jury would convict a nice little old man like me, huh?
5th and Main, Justin.
Merry Christmas, Waldo.
Merry Christmas.
Got a chance! I'm killer! I mean it!
You should have caught them all. Don't you see what's gonna happen?
What kind of person is she?
Oh, she's very nice, very warm, very worried.
Is she honest?
You dirty, rotten lies.
Hey, so? What the man's saying is, you're busted, pal. Now, you tell me, how can one man do in another man with an object such as this, in plain view of 4 witnesses, and then come up with 5 dozen technical motions to delay the trial 3 weeks already?
The wheels of justice grind.
Slowly.
Yeah, so slowly we can hardly see him turn anymore.
I think maybe Pepper has something going with that hotshot prosecutor down there.
Sergeant Crowley, how could you?
You know, instead of spending every day, all day in court, we could use you on a couple of cases around here. So would you ask that guy to get a move on? I mean, maybe you could set a firecracker under his tail or something.
I could use this.
Well, you could try. Certainly move me.
Thanks, Jim.
Criminal conspiracy styles.
Listen very carefully, please. Sometime this morning, there's going to be a robbery at the Ashford building.
Hello?
Kathleen? Everything all right?
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
What was that all about?
Oh, a female voice. Said there was going to be a robbery at the Ashford building this morning.
The Ashford building?
Yeah.
Joe, that's 18 stories. Couldn't you narrow it down a little bit?
A lady hung up in the middle of a story. It's like something made her change her mind.
It could be a prank.
I don't know.
We had better give security a call.
Yeah, go ahead. I also ask them to pull a list of their tenants. Huh?
Yeah, operator?
How many good robbery targets would there be in that building?
No building that size. Business hours population around 4,000.
Captain DiMaggio. Police? Yes, sir. A robbery. When?
It's just a precaution. Should be more than 5 minutes before we're there.
All right, we can do that.
Okay. I think I just shook up a couple of security guards.
Well, that may be a crank call, but we can't afford to ignore it.
Sorry, I can't go with you guys.
No.
I don't like being in court.
You know, if you don't get that murder weapon introduced pretty soon, people are going to start thinking you're a candlestick maker instead of a cop.
Would you believe I've had 2 offers already?
Yeah, for what?
Not to play the piano.
I think I cut your act in Tijuana.
What's that old expression about looking for a needle in a haystack?
Sergeant Crowley?
Captain DiMaggio.
applause. And Danish.
Companies, savings and loans, coin exchange, gold and silver exchange, antiques, securities. Well, take your pick, huh?
How can we help, Sergeant?
Well, for openers, in case a robbery does go down, you should have a game plan. You got a blueprint of this building?
Yes, sir. We keep this here in case of fire.
Security's guard, let's move.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. You can't come in. Mister, if you want to keep ticking, you'll do what I say here. Here! This way. Come on, you too.
Look, if something did go down, is there any way to control those elevators so that anybody exiting this building would have to come through this lobby?
It's real easy. I can stop the elevators in seconds. Yeah, but what about the stairs? What? You can get into the stairwells, but the doors are locked on the inside. Now, once inside, a person would have to walk all the way down.
Come on, let's move it. Hurry up. Come on. Let's do it. And watch it. The telephone's cut. You want to call the cops, you'll have to go outside. You do that before 10 minutes go by. The man I got outside will blow you in half. Any question about that? Okay. Now you're acting real smart. Stay that way. Remember, 10 minutes.
Oh, my God! Mr. Saunders, they forgot the radio. Harry, come back.
Hello? Hello. This is the Securities Exchange in 1704. We have just been robbed.
Give it to me.
And the second one, the one who had the securities, was wearing khaki pants and one of those bulky knit sweaters. You know, the kind that button down the front?
What color was that sweater?
Off-white. No, wait a minute. It was sort of a pale yellow.
Stand by. Okay, we got a plan. Let's put it to work. You and Joe cover the elevators. Mr. Saunders, you want to go over those descriptions again for me, please?
Hey, you with the sweater, I want to talk with you, please. Hey, Bill, the guy with the sweater! The guy with the sweater!
Give it up, you haven't got a chance.
Stay back! Honest, stay back, I'll kill him! I mean it! Stay back! Back on, I mean it! Get back! I'll kill him! Kill him! I'll kill him! I mean it! All right, hold it! Hold it!
Okay, Pete, take care of the girl, will you? Joe, seal off the building. Nobody gets out till they're personally eyeballed by one of us. Hi, I'm Sergeant Crowley with the police department. I was talking on the radio with a man named Saunders.
Oh, that's me, Adam Saunders.
We don't
need any more excitement today, that's for certain.
I want to compliment you. You did a nice job of calling out those descriptions.
Thank you, Sergeant, but I had a great deal of help from my secretary here, Kathleen.
Well, we all did what we could.
Was she hurt?
No, not physically. It's just the sight of those guns.
What happened downstairs?
Well, so far, we've only got one of them.
What about the securities?
We think they're still in the building with the number 2 man.
I see. Which one did you stop?
The one in the sweater.
I hope he gets life imprisonment.
I'm afraid he bought more than that for himself, sir. He's dead.
Oh.
Look, I'd like to impress upon all of you the importance of not touching anything that the suspects might have handled till Leighton Prince can get here, okay? Now, I'd like to walk through the various stages of the robbery with you.
Oh, surely. Well, you see, Kathleen and I were at this desk.
Has anybody touched these files since the robbery?
Well, not that I know of, Sergeant.
And they were picking and choosing.
Certainly looked that way. He located one drawer, opened it, and took out only those securities.
Buckley Industries.
He took 500 securities valued at $1,000 each.
Were they registered?
No. Just as good as cash.
Real professionals, weren't they?
That's possible, yeah.
Possible? They knew exactly what they wanted and they took it. Then they disabled our entire telephone system for their getaway.
Where's that?
Over here, Sergeant. Here it is.
Who showed them where this was located?
No one. They seem to know right where it was.
Well, they did, huh?
As you can see, we couldn't have gotten any help up here without our security radio.
They knock out your telephone, yet they leave this radio, huh?
Bad planning on their part, I'd say.
Either that or just lucky they didn't see that radio.
Was this right here all the time?
No, I brought it out of the vault.
It was in the vault?
Yes.
The radio was in the vault in plain sight, and they don't touch it. Yet your telephone wire box is so far out of the way you got to go out on safari to find it. Just doesn't figure.
Who knows the criminal mind, Sergeant?
Yeah. Okay. After they got the securities, then what?
What did you say the population of this building was?
4,000. Ain't that grand?
Thanks. I forgot my key.
Oh, you're welcome, I'm sure.
I want somebody to get over to the coroner's office. Get everything out of his pockets. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I got the death report. It's 04826. You got it? Okay. We've identified the dead man. His name is Travis, Nick Travis. Does that name ring a bell with either one of you?
Should it?
That's just one of those questions I have to ask, Mr. Saunders. Well, I guess that pretty well wraps it up here for me. I'll be in... I would like a list of all your employees, and I don't mean just the ones here now, but anybody who might have left for any reason, say, in the past 5 years, okay?
Certainly, but I have no reason to suspect...
It's just routine, Mr. Saunders. I'm one of those guys that like to touch all bases.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, probably.
Bad news, Bill. Number 2 made it out here playing like an attorney by the name of Jones.
Yeah, right. Okay, see what you can get out of this guy, Jones. Shake the place down good, will you?
Well, you know me. Always on the case.
This a new game in town?
You haven't got that thing introduced into evidence yet?
Nope, not yet. Comes in handy, though, walking in the dark from the courthouse to here. That the Ashford robbery thing?
You got it.
Dick Tracy's been in heavy meditation here for about 2 hours now.
They're not paying attention to the fact that it's 3 hours past the time my lovely wife puts dinner on the table for us.
Well, you know, I also have a lovely lady that would appreciate me being there before dessert.
So why don't you two guys split? We'll get back to this tomorrow. You're on overtime now anyway.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, William.
Good night.
And anything I can do, just give a call.
Night, Pete. It's really got you going in circles, huh?
I don't know. There's just so much here that doesn't fit. Something's missing. I don't mean the $500,000 in securities in the suspect either.
Mm-hmm. Bill?
Uh-huh.
Don't stay up too late, huh?
You going?
Yeah, I'm really bushed. Being in court does that to me.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Maybe we could melt this down and take a vacation on the silver.
Yeah, maybe so.
Tally-ho.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Sergeant Crowley?
Yeah.
I'm Savage.
You what?
Nina Savage. That's my name. I work R&I.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You should hear some of the guys around here. When I was in high school, I used to get a lot of ribbing. But these policemen, you wouldn't believe the way they torture my last name.
I believe it. What do you got there, Savage?
The records you wanted, Ren. My supervisor had me bring them up. I don't get much chance to deliver stuff around here.
That's too bad. Why is that?
My supervisor. I guess she thinks I'll get pregnant or something. She says I flirt too much with the policeman.
I see. Well, thanks very much.
Sergeant, you married?
Ecstatically.
Sergeant Crowley.
May I come in?
I suppose I've been expecting you. So, I've got a record.
Yeah, for grand theft.
That was more than 5 years ago.
Maybe I better read you your rights before we go any further.
I know my rights. There's no need.
Why don't you get dressed and then we'll talk, okay? You don't happen to have a gun in the house, do you?
No. Hello? What? You stop that. Stop that! You should have caught them all. Don't you see what's gonna happen?
It's okay, Kathleen. He's gone.
Oh, my God. Help me. Please help me. I'd been working there about 3 months. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was having lunch. I was really feeling good, you know, about the job and my life. I looked up, he's just hanging over me like a leech.
That would have been this guy, right?
Spiker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one, Travis, he was outside the restaurant. Would you like some coffee? Thank you.
Go on.
Well, they'd already found out where I worked. They'd planned the job. They thought I was going to help them, but I wouldn't do it.
You knew about it before it went down.
Yeah, but don't you understand? I didn't know what to do. I mean, Spiker had me scared to death. I figured if Mr. Saunders found out about my background, I'd lose my job. I didn't know what to do. So I'm the one who called the police. I called about the time I thought they'd be in the building.
Why didn't you identify yourself?
Mr. Saunders walked in right in the middle of the call. But I did what I could.
But you did do something.
Look, we got the call and we got it before the robbery, but as far as you doing what you could, Kathleen, no, you did what was safest for you at the time.
Well, what do you want from me?
It's just that I think you could have done more. I think you should have done more.
I think she knows that now, too, Bill.
Thank you.
No, don't thank me. You thank him. He's the one who brought you here to help you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna nail this guy. I better get it in gear. Pepper, you drop Kathleen off at the office in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm. Bright and early, before court.
Okay, good.
Sergeant Crowley.
Yeah.
Thank you for understanding.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow. Have fun in court.
Good night. Is the coffee all right? Or would you like a stiff drink?
After this day, what do you think?
Come on.
Got to the Ashford building this morning when it opened. Showed these around.
Yeah? So what'd you come up with?
I came up dry. Mr. Personality here scored in the coffee shop.
Yeah. I'll probably make Commander for this.
Good morning.
Good Commander. Good morning.
Morning.
Pete and Joe were at the Ashford building early this morning when they opened up showing his mug shots around. What do you got, Pete?
Well, both of them spent at least 20 minutes at separate tables drinking coffee yesterday before the robbery. I have 2 eyewitnesses. So that leaves them on the 16th floor coffee shop.
20 minutes, 1 floor down, drinking coffee. Why would they do that? Kathleen, you got an idea why they do that?
Kill time, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, why? I mean, for what purpose?
Listen, you all keep at it. I don't want to be late for you nowhere. And ciao.
Yeah, see you.
I feel so wanted. See you all later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So, what's next on the agenda?
Surveillance, Pete. Put a team on Spiker's known hangouts, associates, you know, the works.
Yes?
No, I want you to relieve Grant and Myers. I got them staked out at the address from this rent receipt we found in Travis's.
No, it's good. That'll give us a chance to catch up on a little boredom.
Well, don't knock it away. Don't pay.
What about me? You know, I have to go to work, too.
I'm not sure you'd be safe.
He won't go back to the Ashford building, not with all that security.
Maybe I better take you back.
All clear?
Just making sure.
Thank you for not telling the boss about...
Let me tell you something. It's nobody's business about your record. And it's certainly not my business to broadcast it.
You're a very nice man.
I'm terrific.
Well, anyway, thank you.
For what?
For caring.
Oh.
Saunders.
Sergeant Crowley, anything new?
As a matter of fact, there is. We have a suspect to look for.
That's progress. I spent the day yesterday explaining to my board about that $500,000 loss. This will at least take the edge off for today.
I tell you, if we have any luck at all, we should have something for you in a few days.
I certainly hope so.
Well, I gotta get back to it. See you. See you.
Thanks for the lift, Sergeant.
Anytime.
He was serious. There are some good prospects.
He is an incredible detective. Somehow he's already gotten a line on the other man. All he's got to do is track him down.
Good. Excellent. I saw the way you were looking at the good sergeant. Would there be an attraction there?
Oh, I'm attracted to a lot of things, especially executive types.
Listen, I have a meeting with the old man now, but perhaps we could have lunch a little later.
Sure. Janny, could you take my calls for me? I have to run an errand. Thank you. I missed you. You came a little too close with those bullets last night.
I wouldn't hurt you for anything in the world. I love you, Kathleen. I saw some cops at the apartment not more than 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, they found a rent receipt on Travis.
Damn it. Here goes the mail drop. Everything's gone wrong. The damn heist, losing Travis, everything.
Not everything. It's still us, Al. It's us. And I love you. I just love you. And I've got another idea for us. But first, just hold me. Just keep on holding me. It's gonna be us, Al. Huh? Just you and me.
The jury's out.
Magic fingers. You sure know how to make a guy feel good.
How come you only say sweet somethings when you're getting your back rubbed?
It's not true. I say sweet somethings to you all.
Mostly when you're getting a back rub.
Well, I've had this strange affinity for this kind of a back rub ever since I worked Vice. No, don't stop. Hit me again, but don't stop.
This case really has you tense. All full of knots back there.
So many whys, Pepper.
Why?
Why? Why did they use the staircase? Why did they knock out the telephone and not the radio? Why did they drink coffee for 20 minutes? Why did they take only a selected series of securities? Why?
Sometimes criminals don't have explanations for what they do. Push aside some of the whys. Concentrate on something else.
Last night you spent with Kathleen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What about her? I mean, what's she, what kind of a person is she?
Well, she's very nice, very warm, very worried.
Is she honest?
I don't know. I'd like to say yes.
But
you have too many whys.
I'll tell you something. I'd like to trust her, too, but somehow I can't. Criminal conspiracy, Crowley. Yeah. About what? Okay, I'll be there right after lunch. Thanks. That was Adam Saunders. He wants to see me. He seems to have some concerns about our girl, too.
Don't you get tired of those things?
Beats the hell out of thinking. Besides, where am I going to get my protein?
You get protein from fish.
Pretty hard to fry on a steak-up.
12Y52, come in.
12Y52, go ahead.
You have relief rolling in. Meet me at 4th and Gramercy.
That's a Roger.
Yes.
Okay.
You two look like you conspired to do something devilish. What is it?
What's this? This is the paper I dug out of the stairwell door. I had it analyzed and identified for the crime lab. It matches your office stationery. You jammed that door lock, Kathleen. You didn't refuse to help him? Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, the telephone connector box. You told him right where that was, too, didn't you?
All right, yes. Yes, I fixed the door. And I did everything that they told me to do. Is that what you want to hear?
I want to hear the truth.
Neither one of us have heard much of that.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Mr. Saunders. I did tell you the truth about trying to stop the robbery. I did everything I could possibly do.
Keep going.
They made me fix the door. And then they wanted to know the layout of the office. They wanted to know where the wire box was for the phone. I told them that. I did it because I wanted to keep my job. Spiker threatened to tell Mr. Saunders about my background.
You should have told us in the beginning, Kathleen.
Oh, really? Then I would have had no job, nothing.
Sergeant, really, I wasn't a part of it. I mean, I didn't tell him about the radio because I knew there'd be one more way to stop him.
What do you mean, one more way?
I telephoned you before the robbery. Don't you remember? I warned you. I mean, I was afraid. It wasn't just because of my job. I mean, those bullets last night, they were very real.
You should have been totally honest from the start, Kathleen. I'm sorry. You'll receive a week's severance pay. And that's it.
What am I going to do?
You can cooperate with us fully, Kathleen.
Am I going to go to jail?
It's up to the DA. With the threats and your fear of Spiker, I don't know. No, I think in the long run you won't go to jail, but that's a decision you can help along.
How?
By helping me. By telling me everything you know and don't hold anything back.
Spiker said that they get the securities out of the building through the mail.
The mail? The mail cart? That's what they were doing one floor down at the coffee shop.
And then that package that they were in, that was deliberately short on postage, so they would go to the post office then and pick that up.
And then what?
Spiker said they would pick up the mail, and then they would go to the warehouse and wait for the Ming to leave.
What's the Ming?
It's a freighter. Thing is going to Hong Kong.
I'll check. There it is. Dijon, Ming, Dr. Pier 40.
It was at 6:30. That gives me half an hour.
Look, let me go with you. Spiker will be in a disguise, but I can spot him. Please.
Call my office. Tell them where I've gone and tell them to meet me at Pier 40.
Right away.
Let's go. Police department, Pier 40.
Scared.
You just stay put.
Bill, I'm sorry. I guess I just wasn't strong enough to stand on my own 2 feet from the beginning.
Look, everybody needs a little help now and then.
You be very careful, my friend.
You stay put. Spiker? Spiker, where are you? I think it's Spiker. I'd like you to come and take a look.
That's him. He tried to kill you, didn't he?
I found the package he mailed. All the stolen securities.
You did just fine, Sergeant Crowley.
What is it?
That great cop's brain just can't quite sort it out yet, can you? Didn't really matter which one of you were killed. I'd just take care of the other one. Your bullet killed Spiker, and now I'll use his gun on you. It's simple. Don't get your hopes up. There won't be any help coming.
That call was never made, Sergeant. Tell me, is it all beginning to sink in?
Now it's beginning to sink in, sure. Let me guess. The real securities were gone. They were stolen before the robbery ever took place, right?
That's very good. You're just a little late figuring it out.
So you got Travis and Spiker to stage what they thought was a real robbery. And then you set them up to get caught in the building, only that didn't work because Spiker got out. And there would have been real trouble if he'd found out that... Well, if he tried to spend any of those phony securities there, huh?
Well, we don't have that problem anymore. I mean, with the crook and the cop who caught them both dead.
And you're both free to spend the $500,000?
It was nice knowing you, Sergeant.
Just for curiosity, I mean, what'd you do with the real securities?
Hidden in a safe in my home. Clever?
That's great. That's where I'll pick them up when I put together a search warrant. Because you're both under arrest. Why, I got the bullets here in my pocket.
Is that right, Spiker?
You dirty, rotten lies.
Easy, get it, easy.
Hold it. Hey, it's over.
Take it easy. What the man's saying is you're busted, pal. Right, Crowley?
That's right, Anderson.
Congratulations, Sergeant.
Now I'll read you those rights.
What locked it up for you, Bill?
What locked it up for me? Oh, I think logic, deduction, a certain Oriental inscrutability that I picked up watching a lot of Charlie Chan movies on The Late Show. Not to mention a modicum of my own personal genius.
Aside from your brilliance, what really did it?
It was simple. Once that kid led us to Spiker, and we all discovered that those securities were phonies, Spiker came apart at the seams. I mean, he just couldn't wait to roll over and play dead.
Charlie Chan would be proud of you. Hi, fellas.
Kitty.
Hey.
So, I guess booked and packed up for the duration.
What about the bail?
Well, the commissioner thought that it should at least equal the securities theft. $500,000.
Terrific.
Yeah, well, we thought you might like that. You know what else would be terrific?
I do.
Listen, why don't you guys take off for the night?
Good idea, Bill.
Why, thank you, William. Come on, Johnny.
You and me again, Joe.
Night, fellas.
I think these reports can wait till morning.
But can you?